one.
Hey guys, this is Wings of Redemption, and we're back for Painkiller Early, episode 9. Today we have a very special guest. It's our it's actually our second female guest. I keep forgetting about Brittany because she never said anything.
Oh,
but we have Mrs. Woody's Gamertag with us tonight.
Hi, how are you?
And there she is. There she is.
Yes.
My wife.
All
Hi,
right.
How are you?
Maybe we should start with a cool story of the week, bro, since we have the two together. And maybe we should do how they met.
You know, I was thinking that too. I was thinking, so normally every week I do this story from like my childhood or teenage years.
You have lots of them.
and this week, and one of the ones that it never gets chosen is how we met.
Why is that?
Well, he always has.
cares?
The alternative is always just so cool.
Yeah, the alternatives. There's a couple of good ones. I came up with like catchy titles for them all.
Okay.
And I think it helps the other ones get selected. But I get PMs all the time asking how we met.
Okay.
So
I snagged you. That's how we met.
so here's the deal.
I want to hear how you think we met, and then how I think we met.
All right. So
I can tell you what he's been telling us.
Okay.
He was starring a Mr. Universe contest, and and you were a judge, and he was like the runner-up in it.
That sounds about right.
I was only runner-up because she slept with me.
Okay.
I got her vote. No, all right. So here's the deal. In high school, I had bad grades, and I went to college, and kind of turned things around. In my first semester in college, I had like a 3.2, which is not really an outstanding GPA, but for a 1.98er like me out of high school, this was like a whole new me. I had learned to study, and I was having some success in college, and I was excited.
And then you met me.
Oh my. So anyway, there was this thing that people did. They called it chop suey. I lived on the F floor, which I guess would be the 6th floor of the dorms. And you know how stairways go up like half a flight and they turn around and you can go up half a flight and you can sort of see all the way to the bottom. And you know that normal people are content to just see how far they can spit like between the little handrails until it hits one. But in my dorm, they used to drop things like food or like jars of jelly or salsa.
Goats.
What'd you say?
Guns.
No.
Goats.
So I had finished my last final in my first semester in college, and I was pretty excited. And I was dropping like jelly and cleaning out the refrigerator to go home for winter break. Someone's blowing on their mic. But so anyway, I did that, and what's above an RA? The RD, right? She's the person who's in charge of all the RAs, if I remember. And she got mad. She heard the jelly like shatter at the door, and she came all the way up, and she's like, you know, did you guys drop the jelly? And there were 2 of us that did it, and there were 3 of us around.
He will eventually get to the point where he meets me, but
I
it's
swear,
a
yeah.
long way to
We're
get
on our
there.
way there. So anyway, she looks at me and she's like, "Did you drop the jelly?" And I'm like, "No, ma'am. I don't even like jelly. I might have an allergy, as a matter of fact. I didn't drop the jelly. I don't have any jelly." And
You'll find none of it in my fridge.
So then what she does is she points to the 3 of us. She says, "I'm holding you guys responsible for this jelly. And it's me, my partner in crime, and another guy who didn't do anything." So when this innocent guy was, you know, about to take a fall, I was like, all right, I dropped the jelly. It was me. So I meet them the next morning with some sort of like trial. It's me, the RD, and like some sort of authority figure at the college. And they're like, "Did you drop the jelly?" And I'm like, "Yes." And they're like, "Have you been dropping the jelly a lot?" And I'm like, I think it was like my 2nd time. Now that was about the truth. The truth is there was like 15, 20 different parties or groups that would do this. And but when they caught me, they thought I was responsible for like every piece of dropped food down that stairwell all semester long. And they threw me out of the dorms for 4 semesters, which was ridiculously harsh. So I tried to explain, like, look, I'm not from around here. You know, I can't just commute from home. This is a really big deal. You know, if you throw me out of the dorms, I don't know how I'm going to get a college education. This is not a small thing. And they're like, well, you can appeal it. So I did, and somehow in my brilliant oratory, the 4 semesters got bumped up to 5, and yeah, so this was a wreck. So the next semester comes back, and I'm on the college swim team. I'm a pretty good swimmer, and I talk to my coach, and I'm like, Coach, what can you do for me here? I'm in some trouble. And he gets it knocked down to the current semester, so it's just a couple more months plus community service, and this is where the meeting of the wife comes in. So, you would think, like, what do they do with the delinquents, the people who cause trouble around college? They could be cleaning the police cars or picking up trash, and I think those were actually choices that they gave me. But the one I picked was babysitting. I worked in like a daycare. And Jackie's friend was there too. So where are we here? Jackie's friend was there. She told Jackie to come in and come see me. And Jackie brought food for her friend. Her guise was that her friend had forgotten her lunch, so she stopped by and gave her food. And the truth was, I think I was at least as interested in the food as I was in Jackie.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah, because I was
hungry.
I was feeding myself for the first time ever. There were no cafeterias, no nothing. And I kept coming back for more food, like, another bite of her lunch and another bite of her lunch. And
I had jelly beans.
Jelly beans, I remember those.
Yeah.
And I was gorgeous at the time. Do you remember?
Had, no hair and ugly orange, wrestling shoes?
You couldn't, they were track and field shoes.
Oh, okay, track and field shoes.
And obviously you couldn't resist them.
I could not resist them.
Yeah.
They were the ugliest shoes I've ever seen.
And
I think I did see a man on the street the other day with uglier shoes and thought, would he would like those?
So the no hair thing, it wasn't because I was going bald, it was because I was a swimmer. And I had shaven every little hair on my body that wasn't covered by those tiny old school bikini swimsuit things.
Eyebrows too?
No, I think I had eyebrows.
You had eyebrows.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
But there was no hair on my arms, legs, or head. And I had fluorescent orange track shoes, and she couldn't resist. So she gave me this little note. I had a side job where I taught kids how to swim.
I didn't give you a note. The kid gave you a note.
Right. She had.
You didn't even tell him the story right.
She had this.
Tell this long, detailed story about how you dropped the jelly, the trial, you're kicked out of the dorms. You get to my part, and it's all a blur. Like, I don't really remember how I met her. I can think she was kind of there, and she had food. I'm not really sure what kind of food.
So I was coaching this little swim team, and she had this little teeny bopper give me a note saying
teeny bopper. It was a little
to call
boy.
her. Yeah,
He's not a teeny bopper. He's some little kid.
that's what I'm going for here.
Okay, what was I wearing? That's your favorite
hell
part
knows?
of the story.
Oh, the time we
that's-
met. Yeah. So when she met me to check me out to see if I was, worth sending a note to, she had her shirt unbuttoned down to like her belly button.
Not true. But
She
that's
had
the way he
like
tells the
2
story.
buttons buttoned, and
Did not. I
she
was wearing my father's shirt.
She was showing the goods.
There are no goods.
So
I think I might have been like 96 pounds at 5'7" with
Yeah.
Julia Roberts curls in my hair at the time.
Nice.
yeah,
All right.
Jersey girls for the win.
Yes, it was. My hair was. Well, it
Yeah.
wasn't teased big. but it
97 pounds and a good 12 of them were in her hair. So, she has this little kid hand me the letter, and I was actually pretty psyched at first because she's hot. And I was like, all right, I'm totally calling her. I've got myself a date. And then I realized it was April 1st. So I didn't call. I was like,
No, he didn't call.
they're
I thought it
playing
was
a
a
trick
joke.
on me. Yep. And they were mad at me, the next couple of days. They're like, why didn't you call? And I was like, well, it was April Fool's. I thought you were playing a joke on me. So I called the next week, and that was that. And we still celebrate April Fool's as when we met 17 years later.
Wow, that's
17? 92? I don't know. You do the math.
18?
18 years. See, you were wrong.
Whatever.
A long
Oh,
time
man.
ago.
So there's
That's a
the
pretty,
how I met my wife story. I was doing
that's a
community
pretty cool story.
service.
I got some flashbacks when you mentioned the jelly though. I went with I may have told this story before, but I went on spring break whenever I graduated high school. And we were on the 12th floor of this hotel. Now, I don't know whose idea that was, but it was a terrible idea if they had known that I was going on the trip because I like to break stuff. And, I mean, I'm 18 years old. I'm actually one of the oldest people that are there. A lot of them are 17. So, I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm 18 now. And like we had been drinking on the beach, and we come back to the hotel, and you know those big luggage carts, like the things that
the bellhop would use.
Yes, they're like got the big brass like metal part and a thing to put suitcases on and all that stuff. Those things are heavy. They weigh about 100 pounds, I'd say. And me and two of my buddies are walking up the room, and there's one of those parked there. And the way this hotel is shaped, it's shaped like an O. It's a circular hotel, and in the center of that O is this long shaft that goes all the way down to the bottom. And, you know, it's open, and there's a courtyard in the bottom of it. So the rooms are in a circular sort of thing. I don't know if you can imagine that, but basically you can look down through the middle of the hotel over a balcony down to this courtyard, 120 feet.
Okay.
And I'm like, let's throw. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, let's throw that luggage cart down there. And I'm like, come on.
No.
I'm like, come
this
on.
is in the interior of a building. As you led to the story, I'm picturing you throwing it outside on the sidewalk or something.
Interior.
All right.
There's not anybody down there though. It's 3 a.m. It's all safe. Well,
of course.
marginally.
Marginally safe.
I'm like, Boone, let's throw this thing off the railing. And so me and my buddy Boone, we push it up there, and I'm like, all right, you get that set, I'll get this set. He's like, no, man, no, this is all me right here. And I'm like, that's even better, plausible deniability. I'm like, let me wipe my prints off first. So he picks the thing up over his head, and he's like, shit, he's like trembling. It's so heavy. You know, he's like trying to keep his balance, and he just like throws it off the edge of the balcony, and we look down, and there's a few seconds of complete and utter silence as this thing it's like a movie. It's spinning as it just speeds to the bottom of this balcony. When it hits the bottom, there happened to be a concrete bench down there, and it hits it with the force of a nuclear weapon.
Oh no.
It's the loudest explosion you ever heard, and the concrete bench explodes. Pieces of the luggage cart go everywhere, and we're like, that was cool. The next morning...
Yeah, I'm waiting for the repercussions.
Someone knocks on the door, and we're all... I'm not going to lie. We're all laying in there half naked and drunk. There's like... I wake up, and I don't even know...
Are there any girls there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's... I don't want to paint the wrong picture here. I wake up, and there's 2 girls in my bed, and I only know one of them. So I go to the door because my
Parents
bitch...
must be so proud.
I go to the door because my buddy was like bitching out. He's like terrified of who's knocking at the door. I'm like, dude, answer the door. So I answered the door, and there's this woman with 2 guards behind her, and she's the hotel manager. And I turn around and like look back into the apartment, which is littered with alcohol. I'm talking like 20 liquor bottles laying everywhere. 2 people passed out on the floor. I'm like, she doesn't need to see this. So I edge my way out into the hallway and start talking to them. And they're like, we need to go inside. And I'm like, all right. So, long story short, Boone ended up taking the rap for it. And while we all partied at spring break, he was doing community service for the hotel, picking up garbage. Oh. And his parents drove all the way from North Georgia down to Panama, picked him up, and drove back without saying a word to him the whole time. But it was epic.
That didn't seem like a good idea.
It was a great idea. I'm so glad we did that. You should have seen it, man.
You're
it was
so
great.
glad he did that, and you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. If I'd done that, my parents would have murdered me.
You know, I've never came across life where I was looking at shit and like, I wonder what that would look like if it was in pieces. I've never done that.
Oh, God. That's me. That's a perfect description of me.
Oh, yeah. I have the same interest. Hey, have you guys been following E3?
No, I haven't.
I've been watching Hutch and Sark hanging out and being really envious of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you done much business travel?
A little bit, yeah.
See, I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, lousy hotels, walking around all day. They're standing
Pocket
in
full
line.
of receipts.
I don't envy that at all. I can do that here.
All right, here's the way I see it. Lousy hotels, as far as I'm concerned, hotels are like pizza. Any pizza's good to me. I like hotels. Like, I like the whole experience of the hotel, being somebody else, being in some weird bed that God knows what happened in the night before, the little soaps and shampoos, the single serving Q-tips. I like hotels. And then, like, I mean, they're standing in line, but it's like standing in line at a roller coaster park. Like, when you get in the line, it's some cool stuff. They're getting to see stuff that we can't see. We're not allowed to see. They're playing I remember Hutch saying he was playing Portal 2, and I was like, man, I wish I could play Portal 2.
This has no appeal to me whatsoever. those stupid little soaps are an attraction to you. And you know what? So I remember when I was like 22, I got my first grown-up job, and they sent me out to California for 3 weeks training. And I got a rental car, which was a convertible Mustang, kind of cool. And I stayed in the hotel, and it was the neatest thing to me. I was so happy to be traveling, and it made me feel important to be on business travel. It was like I achieved a certain level of career success, something you don't get, I don't know, as a waiter or something like that. But I'm over that now. Now business travel is just a chore, and I don't envy them at E3 at all. I'll hang on a little bit and let them send the games to me.
Regular travel's a chore with children.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, though. No, we're excited when we go. Like when we go to the Disney cruises.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No,
I've been on one business trip my entire life, and it's just a pocket full of fucking receipts. And you got to call in and tell them what you bought. Every time you purchase like a soda with their damn card, you got to tell them about it.
Oh, man. Let me just say this. Ford Motor Company, they give you a card, and they're like, have fun, buddy, which is probably why they're having financial trouble. But it's like going to the Detroit Auto Show. Oh, my God. It's so much fun.
I work for Mac. I did my travel with Mac last, and you got $50 allotted for food a day. You got the hotel was paid. They prepaid your hotel before you even went on the trip.
Wow.
Yeah, ours is somewhere in between. I think you get $50 a day if you don't have receipts. If you do have receipts, then they just reimburse that. And so I don't really worry about the cost of the food or the gas or any of that stuff. But usually when I'm on business travel, I work really hard. I'm working from 8 till 10 or so, and there's not a lot of time to catch a baseball game or whatever you do.
Yeah. No, they would just give us a card. I remember our dealership in Atlanta, we had a gas card, which was for the gas station across the street. It was a Shell gas station. And I remember asking one time, I was like, what's the limit on this card? I was curious. And they're like, there isn't a limit on that card. I'm like, nice. I'm like, who keeps track of, how much money goes out of it? It's like, nobody keeps track of that. There's like $30,000 going in and out of there a month. I'm like, oh, okay. This means free gasoline for me forever. And that was in the time when gasoline was $4 a gallon in Atlanta. I was filling up whenever I wanted to for free. That was a great perk.
Wow. So E3, did you guys check out the Microsoft Kinect stuff?
Nope.
Oh my God. Yeah, I saw it. It looked pretty cool. I like it.
It looked cool. In terms of gaming, I don't know. It's geared towards casual gamers. And I get that, and I don't think that's going to be me. I don't think I have much interest in the casual game stuff, but I have a whole family, and somebody might.
Definitely.
Definitely, okay.
Not that stupid pet, though.
No.
That pet was just really? That's going to,
come on,
bore
Skittles.
everybody.
Come on, Skittles,
get
Gucci
over here. Yeah, no. We've got real pets for that.
But what did seem cool about it, even from my perspective, was the fact that you could navigate the menus with it. So we do a lot of Netflix, so we mentioned that even earlier, I think, tonight. And the Xbox controller turns off in, 10 minutes if you don't touch it? So if you even want to pause it or stop it or rewind or whatever, then you're really out of luck. You got to freaking boot up the controller and have the thing sync up, and then you've got your controls. If there was something that, a controller I couldn't possibly lose, because it's just me waving my hands around, that was always on, and it worked well, then that would be pretty interesting to me.
I'm really, if that works as well as it looked like it worked, I can't see Wii staying in business. I don't know why anybody would need a Wii when you could get an Xbox and have everything the Xbox has plus what the Wii has.
Yeah, Wii has Netflix now.
Yeah, but Wii also still has a controller. Then it's all.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it would be very easy for Xbox to include some kind of controller.
No, I'm just saying, you wouldn't need it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Go like your fishing motion instead of using a controller.
He was calling that out as a weakness. And Sony has a controller. It looks just like the Wii nunchucks. Did you guys see that? I'm even going to ask you, Wings. You didn't see it. I get it. You're not paying attention. But Kevin Butler, is that the guy's name, the PS3 spokesman?
Yeah.
Honestly.
It is.
Okay.
He was brilliant. He got up there and said, I love gaming. This thing is all about gaming. Gamers are the people who have oversized TVs and undersized apartments, who stay up till 3 a.m. to get a trophy that isn't even real, but is real. And he blew it out for me. He was the best presenter in E3.
He just described my gaming room.
Yeah, right.
He knows gamers, man. It was inspiring to hear him talk about our misplaced priorities. It was a blast. So he did a really great job with this presentation. But I want to say, from the technology side, the Microsoft controllerless stuff looks the most interesting to me so far.
See, I could have been. I'm glad Miss Shitterman don't stab me. I'd be raising my hand like Kim Butler. Why does your microphone suck if you enjoy gaming?
Oh man.
Oh. Yeah.
They would have been escorting you out of the lobby very quickly.
I know they would have.
If you guys listen to the Gentleman's Choice podcast, they will sit there and cut each other off whenever they mention WWF wrestling or WWE wrestling and copyrighted music. I think we need that same rule about PS3 mics. We bring that up every week. It's time to give these poor guys a rest. I get it. Their mics sound bad, but
I'm just saying this should be a priority. You shouldn't be making it's like Infinity Ward. Yet you're making maps without fixing your game. Why is your priorities like that?
They made those maps before the game shipped.
Yeah, but the second set they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
that's not true. Well, at least it's not what they said in their interviews.
They're lying. It was in the code of the game. It's on the disc.
So basically, they hit the go button and they went to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I remember one of those. I knew somebody who was a modder, and he told me what the map packs were going to be 6 months ago. What maps are going to be in them because you can see it in the code of the game.
That doesn't mean they were finished though, and some of them were wrong actually. Like I want to say there were COD 4 maps included in there that haven't come out.
The only one is shipment. It's in there, and
Right.
there's another map that's a completely new map that's not in there.
And it's not playable. Like no one's been able to launch it or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there's also game types in there that aren't playable, like global thermonuclear war.
I was playing that the other day. If somebody's a
played that
modder,
too.
you can do it in a private match.
Yep, I've been there. It's not a very good game mode, and I can see.
I
why
think
they
it would be
didn't
fun, actually. I think everybody fighting over that central point, and you get so many multi kills, but noob tubes would ruin it.
Noob tubes would ruin it. That's part of it. And to me, like non-objective based players are going to have 100 to 1 KDs, and guys who actually go on that bomb site and try to what is it like a 45-second bomb plant or something insane?
It's like a dominate. Well, it's like when you're standing next to it, you get a point every second or something, and you got to stand next to it for 100 seconds, and it doesn't matter if there's one person or 6 people standing next to it. You get the points at the same rate.
And to me, like a 6-year-old who's never played before can run up 100 to 1 KD if you're just willing to ignore the objective.
Yes,
They'll
that's
take a
true.
loss and shoot people who were standing in the middle like baby buffaloes. And
I got it. I'm gonna hit the question that everybody wants to know that we're ignoring.
Who's making these computer sounds? Stop it.
That's my cell phone going off in the background.
Sure.
But since we have Mrs. Woody's Gamertag here,
Oh boy.
let's go address this question.
Oh no!
All right,
I'm nervous.
Woody is a hardcore gamer. Well, I wouldn't really say hardcore, but he plays more than an hour a night generally. And for most commentators, when they get their girlfriends on there, they say it's a bad thing. You can't you can't have a girlfriend without this, and you can kind of see where they're going toward with this. What is your perspective on video games and relationships?
Woody's wonderful in so many ways that it overcomes.
You sound just like Woody's Gamertag.
Go ahead, babe. What do you got?
What do I have? Let's see, 18 years now. He goes through many hobbies.
Oh no, this again.
I think he's going to die with the most hobbies, and I am, I guess, used to him getting into something and putting 110% into it, and it makes him happy, and that's really all that matters. So for us, it works. It might not work for somebody else, but for us, it works. And then he comes out of his man cave, and tonight him and Colin went walking through the woods while I went to cake decorating with my daughter. So it might not work for everybody's relationship, but we find we make it work, and we game at home. I mean, I'm waiting for my Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter to come out. I'm a hardcore gamer too.
I love it.
I'll be getting it for the PlayStation 3 so that I do not interfere with his gaming.
I'm so
night.
psyched, right? Because she streams these movies over Netflix, and whenever these Lego games come out, she gets just flat out addicted until she owns every trophy.
Yeah.
And so she's gonna be gaming on like single player games, and I'm gonna have all the house's bandwidth, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I will break every bit of that Lego game to pieces if you've ever played, and find everything you can find on it.
I have 10,000 achievement points on Woody's Gamertag, but if you look at where they came from, there's all this stuff from like Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars, parts 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, Lego Indiana Jones 2. I've been waiting for this. Lego's Rock Band.
I didn't earn any of that stuff.
Hey,
That's
you're
awesome.
part of the band.
I'm part of the band. What's the band name?
Child supervision required.
Child supervision required. Yeah, that's our band, and we rock out. You guys might have heard a little Bon Jovi on my channel, huh?
Oh yeah.
You better not be the lead singer. Oh,
I'm hoping he'll put together a song for me one of these days. I've never received a song.
Hey, make sure it doesn't have any high notes in it.
I can go find the poem, but how long has it been since I received a poem? 18 years.
It's been quite some
18
time.
years.
Yeah.
He was definitely trying to woo me at that point.
Woody the poet.
Yes, he does not write me poems anymore.
No, they're terrible poems, but they rhyme.
They rhyme.
A little bit better than Lil Wayne could do.
Yeah, right. I've got Little Wayne beat.
Stop hating on Lil Wayne. Wings is the biggest hater in the world when it comes to Lil Wayne. I don't even know why.
I'm hoping PJ puts up that little rap I put together in that COD format.
He is. I just talked to him. Oh,
So
man.
do you have any other questions?
Wings took mine. I was curious as to how him playing video games quite as often as he does affects your relationship, because I know another commentator who's having like major issues with like his girlfriend and his YouTube channel, so much so that like one of them is trying to destroy the other and back and forth. But I guess Wings took that story.
Well, how about this? Could you give some tips on how to make it work? Because for that, how you make them coexist together? Because they seem to be like, magnets. They just pull away from each other. You like video games. Well, you don't want to spend no time with me, and then the loneliness factor picks in, and the addiction factor picks in.
Well, one part of it is when I play, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. You usually play after 8, and of course
After
you built
9.
you built your own cave, and then you informed me yesterday. Oh, you have to keep the door closed at all times, honey, so that the air pressure and it keeps it nice and cool, so you can't come in here. So, or
No, that's
I'm
not true.
working.
That's not true. That's not true. No. She's not telling the truth. I promise you all. Here's the truth. There's this electronics cabinet, and there are like vent holes in it, and the intake for the HVAC system is in the hallway, and then of course the vents are in each of the rooms. If the room's pressurized, then what happens is the hot air from like the computer or the PS3 or whatever blows out the vents that I built into the electronics cabinet, and it keeps the room cool. But if the door's open, then the room's not pressurized, and the hot air just kind of pours into the out of the electronics cabinet, but into the room. So what I'm trying to train her to do.
Train me.
Train.
Me.
That's a bad word.
We'll talk about that later.
Condition. You want to use the word condition.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't think that one either. We'll talk to you later, Kyle.
But what we're working on is closing the door behind us, so that you don't just open the door and leave it that way, because then all the warm air rushes.
Sounds like he's talking to a puppy.
I know, right?
We want to close the door behind us.
So yeah, so I don't know. That's the man cave rule. The door has to be closed so that the hot air goes out the back instead of into the room.
Let me help the man cave out. I recently made a purchase of a Whirlpool. It's a Whirlpool, basically air conditioning window unit.
Oh, I thought you got an actual Whirlpool. I'm like,
I did
damn.
too. I was like, that's gangster.
He's got the ladies' man. How many women came over with you?
No, it's a window unit. I got it for like $70 at Lowe's, brand new. And the thing, if you turn it on, it will ice a small room like your man cave in minutes. Mm-hmm. You don't have to keep it on. You can keep it on. It's like it keeps track of the room's temperature, and you can set it. But that with like central air, you don't need nothing. You can keep the door wide open.
I don't think you can have it in the development.
No,
Yeah,
we
that's-
have a homeowner association. We couldn't have a window unit hanging out the front of the home.
So you're
Yeah.
buying a home, and they have rules what you can't put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See,
And
here's
you know,
the thing.
the thing about homeowner associations, so a lot of people don't like them.
Nazis.
But to me, buy what you want. One nice thing about the homeowner, it's nice that all the mailboxes match. It's nice that no one has cars in their front or backyards. It's nice that that the neighborhood is generally well kept and there's a pool and things like that. If you don't want that, if you want complete freedom to have, I don't know, a car and blocks in your front yard, then don't move into a homeowners association.
Yeah.
Oh man, I couldn't do it. I'm glad I live in a trailer. Let them tell me I can't put a window unit. I will piss on the side of my house. I'm paying $150,000 for it.
Let me just say, an interesting kind of story, something similar to this. All right, basically, in the county that I live in Hart County, I'm running the line. But anyway, regardless, they came in about, I'm going to say 8 years ago, and they wanted to enact these new zoning regulations for the entire county. And they had this pamphlet that basically had all the zoning rules and regulations. And what they were going to do is try to like sweep this thing under the rug, get it passed, and like not tell anybody. Well, word got out, and you got to keep in mind this is a really agriculturally based community. I mean, like it's literally there's more chicken grown in that area than on anywhere else on the planet. That's how many poultry houses there are there, and it's like corn and wheat fields everywhere. So it's a lot of rednecks and a lot of farmers. And they were going to pass these zoning regulations, which was basically going to make the entire county a homeowners association. Basically it was going to be homeowner association rules for everybody. And they said, all right, we're going to have a meeting to vote on this, and it's going to be at the courthouse. There were so many people that came to the meeting, they were like, all right, we got to reschedule. This isn't going to work. So they took it to the gym of the local high school, and it still wouldn't hold everyone. There were 2,000 people there screaming for the heads of the people that were on the stage trying to push this thing through. This woman gets on stage. She's like, you don't understand. It's going to be better for everybody. Some guy in the crowd goes, kill that stupid bitch.
That would be me. I'd be like, your dog is going to disappear tonight.
No, I swear to God, there were people talk. I remember hearing this one guy say, he was like, oh, it would take somebody to get up on the hill, pop one of them son bitches in the kneecap. That'd change their damn mind. They were serious. But needless to say, that did not get passed.
Nice.
It sounds like a city council meeting here in Conway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a small town. It's an agricultural town. They're going to try to like I get the homeowner association stuff. You're in a small community. Everybody. I get the mailboxes, but when you're out in the country, like my mailbox can have a seagull on it if I wanted to.
I mean, I don't understand that. You can't have a window unit. Is that much of an eyesore to see like the back of an air conditioning unit hanging out of a window? Put it on the back of the house.
We can't. This is the front of the house.
Yeah, it wouldn't work for this room. I think you might be able to have one in the back of the house, and I've actually had one off the shop.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was never a problem. But the way the man cave is, it would be like front and center in the home, and that's not okay.
Now, the shop was one of his other hobbies, where he did fine woodworking.
Yes.
I saw that table you made. Like, I'm still impressed by that table you made.
He made my bedroom set.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Sounds like a cheapskate.
No.
No, I saw, after seeing what Woody made, I would rather have what Woody made than, something from IKEA. Like, that was nice.
Yeah, man, it's solid cherry. It's,
Something you paid like $2,000 for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
Dovetail joints.
oh, yeah. I take my time and I do everything the best it can be done.
Yeah, I need to upload a picture of my bed one day because my dad made my bed 5 or 6 years ago, and he basically cut down 2 cedar trees and made the bed, and it's beautiful. It's amazing.
That's really cool. Hey, I had a subscriber come to me today. I don't know, for some reason Kyle's bed inspired me to bring this one up.
Okay.
He wants to know about a good first date idea. So he's a teenager. I don't think he drives yet. And he said not the movies. So what do you got?
My first date was a shooting range.
Oh my
All
God.
right,
my God.
next.
You're a
Next.
loser.
Hey,
All right, let me.
Hey, I'm
let
from
me.
the north, so you know that wouldn't
You
have
want
worked.
to. You want to find something that she's interested in. If she's, just it just depends on her personality. If she's the kind of girl that likes laser tag, that's where you go. But I mean, if it were me and I just had to guess, just go out and have like a nice meal and maybe like go to the park and hang out and talk or something.
shooting
But
range.
don't take her to the shooting range.
Let me revise it. This was a good plan. One, most girls that are that age have never shot a
Tell
gun,
you, this is
and
a
most
good
of them
plan.
love. Most of them are scared of guns. If you go there and you let them shoot it, they like shoot it the first time, like pow, and they start laughing. They're like,
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to scare her.
no, you don't want to scare her. You want to give her an experience. Shooting a gun, is, like I've said before, but like, what was the other guy's name we had on the podcast?
Pone Star
Yeah,
for
Pawn
hire.
Star for Hire, yeah. It's an experience you have. All that power at one time. It's like driving a car for the first time. You press the gas and all that power is just like a rush of adrenaline. And it's an experience, and it's an experience most young girls haven't had because nowadays, even in the South, young girls don't shoot guns.
You're kind of selling me on this. I don't know if it would ever be the idea
It
that
is.
bubbles up to the very top. But
We're not
there's
taking her
something
deer
true.
hunting. We're going in-store shooting range.
Yeah, there's something true about taking a gun and shooting it, and like I don't want to say I'm all caught up in the power like some sort of crazy person. My wife's looking at me like I am indeed.
Wait. Stop right there. So you want Hope's first date with some guy to take her to the gun range?
When you put it that way, it's a ridiculously bad idea.
There you go.
No, but
Mini
you
golf.
got to say this way: it's a controlled
Mini golf is a good
environment.
idea.
Mini golf is a great idea. You can talk, you can walk.
That's why
yeah.
I suggested bowling, because like the thing about movies is it's kind of two people who do something independently. I mean, there's no talking. I guess
That's
you
why
can
it's
hold
perfect.
hands or something, and
Frisbee golf.
who knows what Kyle does in movies.
That all depends on what girl you go take with too. Some girls like laser tag. Some girls like getting handsy at the movies.
Tell you
Who
what.
are these girls?
Tell you what. If you sit,
I mean,
if you sit-
I'm a clean cut guy, and I took a girl to the
See,
movies,
you're
and
not clean
she
cut. You have an
surprised
Abraham
me
Lincoln
where her
beard.
hands went. I was like,
if you sit in the back row at the movies, there's no limit to what you can do. Let me just say that. But it just like, how old is this guy? If this guy's like 15, I'm not going to tell him to go like bang a girl in the movies or something. But like, all right, like I said, like go eat somewhere. I mean, if you're 15, like go to Applebee's or something. Like don't blow your all the money you spent raking leaves for like 3 months, because next week she's going to want to go to Applebee's again. And just do something where you can talk to her, and you're going to have to be able to carry on a conversation. That, or as I've mentioned before, roofies.
I could tell you what not to do. Don't scare her like they thought I was trying to do, and don't take her to the field to drink. That's a popular pastime here with young
What?
kids. The
Actually,
pastime
taking
here
her
with young.
and getting her drunk was one of his ideas.
No, seriously.
No, but
Yeah.
like that's down here.
I
That's
haven't
people's
said-
idea of a good
No,
time.
he did not.
Bud Light in the field.
That's not good. No, ice cream. Go get ice cream.
No
Ice
girl's
cream
gonna.
on the
All right, no
boardwalk.
15-year-old girl is gonna eat ice cream in front of a guy.
Why not?
What?
Not the kind that I date. I like them about 85 pounds and starving.
Oh, so you see those Sally
kidding.
Field commercials that
I'm
you get
just kidding.
excited.
I was just kidding.
The Ethiopian women with
Yeah.
the bugs in their eyes. That's Kyle's babe.
I want them to have collages in their closet of like pigs and stuff, and that they stare at
My idea was
But-
bowling. I thought bowling had the same sort of thing that mini golf does, in that you can kind of hang out together. It's not competitive like paintball would be, where there's some like pain and some ass kicking to be done. Bowling,
Yes.
I know.
like, look, if I'm on a date and if I was a girl and my partner went like 68 in bowling, I wouldn't really hold it against him. It's bowling. He's not a bowler. It's okay.
Same thing with mini golf.
Same thing with mini golf. Yeah, like I'm not evaluating his like athletic prowess by his mini golf score. So it to me seemed like a cool idea for getting to know someone and building a vibe.
Well, with all this in effect, we're talking about the pink elephant here. Jerk off before you go on the date.
Oh God! Wings, like, come on. Why did
This is key advice because you want her to learn your personality. You don't want to go through the first 2 or 3 dates with like a semi-hard on, and your mind's like in a one-track mind.
How old are you that you can't have a conversation with a woman? All right. Wings, are you okay right now?
It's easier if you're not turned on.
Hey, honey, welcome to the podcast.
Yes. By the way, I went to an all-girl Catholic high school. Thanks, Wings. I didn't know any of these things.
Oh,
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
She's a virgin.
God, I just got the greatest mental image.
Hey, Woody, am I not saying what's true? Am I telling you the truth?
Actually, I think throughout most of my life, I was able to play mini golf and keep it in check.
Yeah, right? I'm not gonna tell guys what to do to 15-year-old girls.
No, yeah. Kyle. Yeah, stop at roofies.
Yeah. I mean, I was hanging out with a girl, an 18-year-old girl the other night, and
Oh, God. Hey, do we need a new topic?
I think
maybe so.
Did you guys see the Black Ops demo?
Nope.
Yep.
I was wishing that the crowd booed when they pulled out the noob tube. No, I get that it was single player, but the noob tube's coming back.
And I get that the Treyarch game designers have less than 1 KD.
Did you notice that the noob tube did not have a reticle?
Did you notice that the noob tube gave off like a small nuclear explosion and blew up everyone in like a 30-foot area?
I didn't notice that, but I mean, it's single player.
Watch it again, man. It was like a nuke. It was ridiculous. And there's like this huge like puff of smoke and cloud and oh man.
You said I didn't have to prepare for this. I didn't watch any of this.
Oh man, I know. When he pulled the nuke out, I was like, man, that's a scrubby dubby. What the? I mean, he had the drop on the people. Why did he have to shoot a grenade launcher to kill 2 of like the 4?
I don't know, man. Like, why would he... Here's my suggestion, because I've been told that some of the people at Treyarch listen to our podcast, and to you guys, hey, what's going on? Anytime, if there's any position you might have at Treyarch for myself, I'll work for low wages. Money's not an issue. I just like to work there. But seriously, though, take a poll. Take a vote on Twitter, on Facebook, on anything. Take a vote. I guarantee you 85% of the people who buy this game do not want the grenade launcher in this game in any shape, form, or fashion. Just ask. I guarantee it's true.
Yeah, I agree with that. The noob tubes are game ruining. It was like... Every Call of Duty series, it has been the worst part of it. And the challenge is this. What noob tubes bring to you are deaths that aren't your fault.
Yes.
You can die around corners. You can't outshoot a noob tube. You're going to die. Even if you do outshoot a noob tube, the noob tube will get there later and kill you.
Yes.
And the frustration I have in multiplayer gaming, the thing that makes me most frustrated, obviously, is dying when there really was no learning opportunity. There was nothing I should have done better. It was just some guy decided that everyone in that area gets insta-death. And it's frustrating.
Oh, here's another idea. Instead of taking the noob tube out, make it ungodly amounts times the load. Like you have to like open the tube up, reach in your back pocket, put the tube in, pull it back, then you have to adjust the gun. Take it like a 10-second thing.
And here's one reason that I'm not all that concerned. How should I word this? I'm hesitant to go ahead and hate them because they have the noob tube in the game, because I've been playing World at War, and the way World at War works, for those of you who don't know, it takes up your first perk slot. It's very weak. It's slow to reload. There's a spawn delay. Like as soon as you spawn in like Search and Destroy, you can't fire the thing for like 10 seconds to prevent spawn tubing. And what is it, Wings? 150 kills you have to get one of those rifles to get it?
Yeah, it's the very last attachment.
That is an excellent idea. That is an excellent idea. And I would even suggest to make it even higher. Because
make it the 300 kill FMJ attachment.
Yes, exactly. Or make it a specialized type of kill you have to get to earn the grenade launcher. If you're going to have it in there and you're going to have it be that powerful, make somebody earn it.
Hey, I'd go and make it Marksman 8. You know Marksman 8, the 1,000 kills with the weapon?
Yeah. Make it the coup de grace of weapons if you're going to do that, and it'll be a much less frustrating gaming experience for everyone.
Don't make it 10. 10 is a bad idea.
No, 10.
Yeah.
And don't make a preset class that already has it equipped. Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 both did that. It was the M16 in 4. It was the FAMAS in Modern Warfare 2. Basically, it literally gave every single starting out player a grenade launcher. And in Modern Warfare 2, it gave them scavenger as well. And that's just such a terrible idea. It's just so bad.
Yeah. What'd you think about the demo otherwise, Kyle? Like the graphics?
Well, it's hard to tell about the graphics because, like I told you, it's a video. Someone's videotaping a projection screen, so it's hard to tell.
That's all I've seen so far?
Yeah, that's all
I've seen. Some like screen cap footage, like we put on YouTube.
I gotta say this. The graphics don't matter, dude. It looks clear enough to see. They could go back to the Modern Warfare engine, and I would not care if it looked just like Modern Warfare. Would not care.
I'm going to agree with that. Now, what I did notice from that video is that the jungle looked really nice and the lighting looked really nice on it. It didn't look like super realistic, but it still looked pretty. You know what I mean? And I like the idea that instead of a tactical knife, he had a tactical flashlight. I got a laugh out of that.
What was I going to say? Oh, World at War and COD 4 are both kind of dingy games. Like if it's not a brown map, then it's a gray map. And when Modern Warfare 2 came out and it was bright and colorful like Favela and Terminal, I was really excited about that. And I'd like them to continue that trend. I'm sort of done with the dingy play experience again.
I disagree.
I disagree as well. I want to feel like it's 1940 when I'm playing.
There were colors in 1940.
I'll tell you the way
it was actually black and white.
All right, you know how like certain films have like different film effects. I watched The Book of Eli today, and if you've seen that, it's very like.
Is he getting paid for like plugging The Book of Eli?
Hey, that's an idea.
Eli is one of my top 20 movies of all time now. A great movie, but the colors are all like really washed out in the movie. There's a lot of grays and blacks and whites, and just everything's drowned out. And I like that because you can pick up targets much, much, much easier in Call of Duty 4 than you can in Modern Warfare 2. My eyes defocus in Modern Warfare 2. Just like looking at all the colors and...
You're kind of winning me over with that, because one thing I've noticed is some of the retro maps come back, Strike in particular. It is so much harder to pick up targets on Strike in Modern Warfare 2 than it was in Call of Duty 4. And
yeah.
It's nice to look at, it's pretty, but in terms of gameplay, like Carnival's the most extreme example.
Oh.
Everyone might as well be camouflaged. It's like... The whole map is colored paisley, and everyone's wearing paisley, and I just can't tell what's going on.
Maps should have color themes. It's like in Call of Duty 4 on Vacant, it's sort of this light, it's sort of this bluish, it's like a dark bluish color. There's darks, and there's blues, and there's grays, and that's pretty much it, unless you're outside. But on the inside, like if there's an enemy, you see them. I mean, they're all wearing black anyway. But you can still pick them up really easily among the blues and the other dark colors. But now on Vacant, there's like these like yellowish greens and these streams of light coming in from above and all these effects. And I'm like, I didn't come here for the cinematics. I came here to shoot some people. Like I can't see them now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're winning me over on this. Maybe just pretty loading screens.
Not glasses.
Yeah, we can do pretty loading screens.
Not glasses. One of the reasons people don't like you, sweetheart.
Okay, I know. I just thought maybe look away from the screen, walk around a little bit, look outside, because outside actually has colors.
And good graphics.
Yes, and light streaming in. You know, the yellows, the greens. It's amazing out there. Come outside and join the rest
Have
of
you
the
seen
world.
my grass? The browns.
Green, yeah, I've seen it. Have you seen the trash cans?
Why is your grass dying already? It's summer.
We don't have grass. We don't have grass.
People say, where do you get the time to do this? Where do you get I cut corners in lawn care.
Did you put AstroTurf down?
I wish. Now you're talking.
It's just weed. I would like Curb Appeal to come to our house and redo the entire yard.
That'd be nice.
Come on, buddy. You gonna tell me the morbidly obese white guy has a better looking lawn than you?
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Tell you what you can do. This is I went through this with my lawn, and this is what I did. You can get sod And most people think sod's like incredibly expensive to have, but it's $75 a pallet. And a pallet covers it covers an area. No. I mean,
a pallet do 2.5 acres easy.
No. I don't know what kind of pallet you're talking about.
Yeah, gosh darn, that's a hell of a pallet.
Yeah, that's like a tractor trailer load. All right, a pallet.
When you say pallet, I'm thinking like 80 bags.
No, I'm talking about sod, like already cut chunks of grass, in dirt with the roots and everything.
You know what sod is?
No, I don't. I thought I'd be thinking about turf build.
No. I'm talking about sod. It comes in pallets that you would pick up with a forklift, and they cover enough area to maybe park 2 cars on, I would say. And they're $75 each, and so you're going to end up spending quite a bit of money, a couple $1,000, $3,000, depending on how big your yard is. But putting it down is the most expensive part if you don't know what you're doing. And what I did, this may maybe offend somebody. I got 8 Mexicans, and you want 4 Mexicans per pallet, and you want to keep them working. You need a big cooler of Gatorade, and you get your whole yard done in a day, man, for about $4,000. My yard look.
Here's the trouble with that. I could go in and buy sod, and my yard would look gorgeous for a day or two, and then I wouldn't maintain it because I don't maintain grass.
It's resilient.
And if I wanted green grass, if I wanted the yard to be green like that, I could just take the cash and mulch it into the dirt, and then it would be green. No, if you're not going to maintain it, then
you don't have to maintain this stuff. It's like the sod is like. The sod drowns out every other weed and other crabgrass. It just kills it. It doesn't let it get light. My whole yard is my yard looks like a Augusta golf course.
But you water it, right?
No,
I don't water it.
It's fine on its own.
Well, let me tell you what I do to my yard. I let the bitch grow and then I cut it. There's no watering. There's none of that shit, and it still looks fantastic.
Mine, when all the weeds are the same height, it doesn't look too bad.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
I actually don't have weeds. I have that shit that comes in from the road that they put in the ditch banks to kill bugs and shit. That silly grass.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? That shit that itches you when you get it on your skin.
I don't really roll in the grass anymore. I'm 25 years old.
You never walk around your yard barefoot?
Yeah, but there's broken beer bottles out there, so I watch my step. Not really.
It's like he just mentioned the golf course. He likes a golf course.
Hey, you know what story I've been waiting for Wings to tell?
What?
You were the lead singer in a death metal band?
Yeah, it's not a band. People have asked me this. It wasn't a major band. It's not like we went on tour or anything. It was a garage band.
But what did you play? Did you play bars?
Basically, we played one bar. We played rods and rolls.
Uh-huh.
And we did it every Thursday night when we were in high school.
Oh, so one bar, I had this impression it was one gig. But no, you did it for some period of time. We did it for
2 months before we broke up. And we were basically a cover band. We do AC/DC kind of stuff. And we do it in death metal. We did War Machine, what up out there in this business? You've heard War Machine, right, from Kiss?
No, I haven't. But I know some AC/DC songs like Thunderstruck, right? And
we did Back in Black from AC/DC, and You Shook Me All Night Long.
You did. How would Shook Me All Night Long in death metal go?
Let me think of the lyrics real quick.
You shook me all night long.
I'm trying to start from the beginning.
All right.
No.
The first machine you got the motor clean was a big damn woman that I ever seen. She had disguised in middle eyes, knocking me out with those American died. Down the cow, golden sir.
Nice. So,
all night long. Shit like that.
And now I'll have nightmares.
Did you play an instrument, Wings?
No, I didn't. I do play an instrument, but it has nothing to do with a death metal band.
It's a banjo, isn't it?
No, it's a violin. I was the second chair going up through high school in orchestra.
Dude, go get your violin.
Oh, please do.
I actually don't own it no more.
Oh my God.
So, wow, this is quite the
Wait a minute.
range, though. You go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I mean, from violin
To death metal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you never watched my videos, I have a wide range of music I listen to.
I have really only watched Pyro.
Wow.
You know, I put like Johnny Cash on my thing, then I put like, you know, All That Remains, then I'll go like Rupert Holmes, then I'll put like DMX.
We were talking the other day how we liked Elton John, and how like I was thinking like how all of our
Hey,
like
Kyle,
14
you know how I know you're gay?
I was about to say we were saying how like all of our 14-year-old subscribers would be like, ugh, fag, but Elton John's got like one of the greatest voices of all time.
Yeah, he does. It doesn't get much better than Rocket Man unless William Shatner singing it.
Goodbye, England's rose.
I saw him live.
You saw Elton John live?
I did.
Was he dressed like a duck?
No, he was.
When I saw him, he was wearing a
Billy
pink bow.
Joel singing.
He was with Billy Joel.
Mhm.
Nice.
It's probably one of the only few concerts I've gone to.
Yeah, I've only been to a couple as well. I went to a Dead concert and a Steve Miller concert. And
I don't know if you noticed how the reason I became the lead singer is because I'm the only person that could even closely baritone growl, and we were all into like, you know, Cannibal Corpse during that period of time.
Into what? Cannibals?
Cannibal Corpse.
Is that people that eat other people?
No, it's one of the death metal bands that are well known. They did, you know, Hammer Smash Face, which we did a rendition of that as well.
Was that popular in the South?
No, it's
No.
not. It's actually
No,
it's
it was
actually-
not.
We were all grooving to Hammer Smash Face and Ice Ice Baby back in the day.
Yeah.
You got to be doing it right. You got to be like Hammer Smash.
I forget what ridiculous.
You know,
Yeah.
I forgot.
No, I don't know what part of this. Wings is in South Carolina. I'm in Georgia, and when I was
it's
in high
actually
school,
only popular over in Europe.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much like what most of the people listened to here was like, you know, like they wanted some George Strait, they wanted some George Strait and some Tim McGraw.
Nice.
They weren't growling.
They weren't growling.
That's disturbing every time I hear that.
So, all musical tastes. Aside from Elton John, what are you listening to, Kyle?
Dude, I literally listen to everything. I think it says in my profile under music, like everything from Pavarotti to Eminem. Like I listened to Ave Maria today, and I was like that song almost makes me cry. I love that song. Eva Maria. I love that song.
Oh man, you cannot do it.
I mean, like,
I'm not even gonna try to do it because I can't do it.
yeah, like it takes somebody with an amazing voice, like Pavarotti or Celine Dion. Like I said, like I like Elton John. I like country. Like I like the old school country, like Merle Haggard, David Allan Coe, Waylon
Don't
Jennings.
bite the dick that fucks you, honey.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a classic. Definitely Johnny Cash. Everything Johnny Cash is ever done. Like even I hate new country because it's basically pop with a country accent. It's
I
disgusting.
hate Taylor
So,
Swift.
wait a minute. Does that mean you don't like pop?
I don't like pop.
Some pop is okay, but like that Justin Bieber kid, I hope he's in a car accident and burns alive.
Hope he hits an Argon tanker.
What does
Yeah,
he sing,
yeah.
this kid?
I don't know what he sings. He's disgusting though, and the whole like fangirlishness for that kid is disgusting. Like I don't understand I know a lot about teenage girls, and I don't know how they. And they all like this kid. I'm like, yeah, but he doesn't have a Corvette. And they're like, yeah, you're right. But no, seriously, like, I don't get it. I don't know why people like this goofy little kid. But, and I like Taylor Swift, actually. I like,
Oh, yeah, I like Taylor Swift.
Me too. Dixie Chicks.
Dixie Chicks, Sin
not
Wagon.
the Dixie Chicks, they're traitors to our country. Let's see, who
What
else?
would you say about Dixie Chicks?
They're traitors.
I don't like Sarah Evans either. Fuck Sarah Evans.
I like Jody Messina.
Oh, that other one. Oh, God. I can't think of her name.
Okay.
I'm a big, like, we were talking about rap the other day, and, like, Wings' horrible hate for, Lil Wayne, who, like, I couldn't name a Lil Wayne song, to be honest. I got no clue, but, like,
What?
I like Eminem. I like Eminem a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I've always liked the stuff he does, and, like, if you listen to the lyrics, it's pretty impressive, I think. I really like Eminem. And, I mean, there's really not much music I don't listen to it, except for that, what Wings did a little while ago. I don't like that.
Brad Paisley.
I could get you into that guy if you believe it or not. I
No,
can throw
okay.
some songs out there. I mean,
No.
most people don't give it a chance. They don't.
Rammstein.
Wait, what are we
Rammstein-
talking about? What did Wings do? He's done a bunch of things. Oh, that thing?
That's not cool.
Yeah,
Kyle
that's
didn't
not
even
coming
say
my way.
words.
He's-
I could get you believe it or not, I could get all of y'all into that if you gave me if you opened your mind and gave it the chance.
Yeah, dude, I'm like 100 years old. My mind's not open.
That's the problem with most people. They don't give music a chance. It's like I will listen to like, knee slapping bluegrass. I will give it a chance every time I hear it. I'm like
I like bluegrass. In
What's
the
funny?
big rock candy mountains on the lakes are filled with wine. I like that shit.
well, there's a big holler tree round the way just from
I
me.
like it. I like the banjos and the fiddles. I love that shit. Like
I love some Grandpa Joe now. That's a legend.
Oh Brother Where Art Thou had a soundtrack. I've got it. I love it.
Yeah, for me, what I'm listening to depends a lot on how work is going. Like, if work is smooth, or maybe I'm not working at all, I'm headed off to go play ice hockey or something like that, then I want the music rocking. It could be Eminem, it could be, some classic rock
we
like AC/DC.
hear your voice. We hear your voice. You listen to Rat, Poison, and like Winger.
I do listen to Poison sometimes. And, who's the other one? The Helicopters, that I'm in the band. But, if on the other hand, like if I'm coming home from a full day at work, it's got to be country. The last thing I need is somebody yelling at me. Let's keep it hype. Let's little Taylor Smith or Taylor
Swift.
Taylor Swift. Thank you.
Old man. Brad Paisley.
Brad Paisley. He's so funny. He's got a song where he buys Cuban cigars he can hardly afford, and then puts out an insurance claim on them because they were destroyed in 25 small fires.
Wow.
It sounds like a bad song in my book.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
See, the thing with metal music, the way you got into it, I didn't like metal music when I first heard it. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? They growling? I think the first song I ever heard was like a Black Sabbath song covered by Cannibal Corpse. I used to make fun of it. And then you make fun of it enough, it's like, man, I actually like this song now. Most of it's just fight music. That's what it is. It's fight. Most of the lyrics are based off either satanic, fighting, or empowering you. Like Hatebreed does a lot of empowering music, Most people are like, well, he's just screaming. No, he's actually trying to be positive. And, the best way to put out positivity in young kids is to rage on the emotion of anger. No,
this is good parenting advice. So
We're going to use this.
Yeah, so let me help Jackie and I here. The best way to bring out positive emotions in kids is to funnel a lot of anger at them.
No, you basically cue into their anger. Your anger is your most strong emotion you have. It will always overweigh everything else, even overweigh reason. For example, if somebody was to come into your house and slap your wife, anger would overrate your reason. Say this guy was Kimbo Slice and he slapped Jackie, you're going to fight him. Your mind's telling you can't beat this guy. You don't want to fight this guy, but your anger is going to overpower that. And that's the whole idea of like positive metal, like with Hatebreed and Sworn Enemy. And on the flip side of that, you have the satanic mess, which is, I never understood satanic anyway. The reason is you have to believe in Christian religion to believe in your religion. So if another religion doesn't exist, your religion doesn't exist. How does that work?
Well, I didn't follow you there. So to be any other religion, you have to believe in Christianity.
Being a satanic person.
Okay.
Your whole religion is based off another religion being correct.
Okay.
It's basically like you know how the story's supposed to end. Like you're going for the bad. It'd be like watching Star Wars and then like go if you're going to live it in real life and being like, yeah, I'm going to join up with that Darth Vader guy. I think it's going to work out just fine. Like no, like it's not. It's not. You've seen the ending. You know how it goes. That's the bad
I'm
guy.
getting on Khan's ship, dog. He's going to whoop Shatner's butt.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to work out, buddy. Like my opinion is most of the people who are like into the satanic stuff, they're either one weird little kids that want to be friends with somebody, so they made a little club, or I think the FBI did a study at one point. They found that there was absolutely no satanic ritual involved with crimes in the United States or something like that. They couldn't discover one case of satanic ritual.
What about that guy that's the United States. I'm supposed to say that guy that in Toronto that Rickshaw always keeps talking about to cut the guy's head off in the bus and ate his liver.
Well, I mean, sometimes you need a midday snack. What do you
I
mean?
mean, that's just a protein fix.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eat his liver, huh?
I see that. I'm like, how can the other 30-some patrons on the bus not stop him from cutting a guy's head off?
Yeah, all I'm going to say is that dude's lucky that Epic Beard Man wasn't there. I would have.
He's lucky I wasn't there. If he pulled a knife out to go cut another guy's head, that's a reason for me to use my pistol.
His anger would overrule,
Any sense of
Oh, no, that's not anger.
That
Wings
was
just wants to
joy.
shoot somebody.
That'd be joy.
Hey, I have a.
Like, hot damn, this is what I've been waiting for. Come on, get a little closer.
You don't have any practice rounds I've fired?
You know how much money I spent on centerfire cartridges? This day has been waiting.
Yeah. Hey, so we're coming up on an hour here, but I've got one more. Dream jobs. So, let's go. Kyle, Jackie, Wings, and me. Kyle, what's your dream job?
I would like to work somewhere in the gaming industry, like something either doing some kind of promotions, working brainstorming for a gaming company, Treyarch, or something sort of like what Hutch does at Machinima, something like that. Like that would be my dream job. Like the income is just kind of like a secondary thing. Like it's that's all fine and good, but like the actual work itself would be the real reward from a job like that.
You know, Kyle, you'd be good at that job.
I know.
Like it, it's your humility that's going to really serve you.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have a broad gaming background, right? You're not just a first-person shooter guy. You're a role-playing guy. You're whatever, and you're well-spoken, and you could relate to people. I think you'd be good at that.
I think you're confusing Kyle with me.
Oh my God! Whatever. What I would like to do, like seriously, is like just brainstorming. I'd love to be able to like sit down at a table with a pen and a pad with like 3 or 4 other like designers and development team, and be like, all right, could we do this? Could we do that? How could we balance this? And just talk about that stuff for hours. That's what I'd love to do.
All right, Jackie.
I'd be willing to relocate.
Mrs. Woody's Gamertag.
Mrs. Woody's Gamer. I'm already living the dream, being Mrs. Woody's Gamertag. Being the mother of your children. If I could, do something else when they were out of the house or nest, I guess I would like to dabble in jewelry making.
Mm-hmm.
Or write a children's story. I got a lot of things, cooking in this head.
I got a question.
But a little shout out to Shane.
If Call of Duty made a Legos game, would you own at it?
I would.
Yeah, she'd be like Pwn in Legos.
I
Lego
played the,
Warfare.
Lego Batman on the PSP. Didn't like that one as much, but I played basically every Lego game out there.
Yeah, even the Rock Band version.
Yes.
Yeah, and in some cases you played the same one on different platforms. Like you got all the Xbox trophies, and then you rolled and got the PSP version of the same game.
No.
No?
No.
Wait.
What?
Indiana Jones. You don't have that for both.
No, I just had the demo. Just played that once.
The one Colin constantly asks for help with.
Oh no, that's on the DS.
Oh, right.
That's his on the DS.
Okay.
So no.
All right. So Wings, dream job.
This is going to come as a shock. Homicide detective.
Homicide detective.
I thought he was going to say Mrs. Woody's Gamertag.
Why?
I love puzzle games, and I see a murder case is the biggest puzzle you could solve. I like that kind of stuff. I know a lot of it probably be cut and dry. Well, he entered through the window that's broken right here. Shot the guy from here, but I like that. I like that kind of stuff. I like seeing dead bodies.
For all you ladies out there.
Oh man. So if you ladies out there would like to go on a cool date, we're gonna go to the firing range, and later on I'm gonna get to see what I love the most: a dead body. So come on. Wow, it's disturbing.
Nice. So
What about you, Woody?
I've been thinking this for a while, even Oh, I want to be Mr. Woody's Gamertag. No, if I owned a business that was a dating site or something like that, I would totally love that. If I could connect people, it's something I enjoy. I used to think I actually worked out the economics and why I don't do it of a speed dating service. Like I would totally love it if I had 30 guys and 30 gals who had a hard time.
Wait. I'm sorry. Let me interrupt you. We don't go out on dates. And you want to get other people together for dates?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great, honey. I'll support you any way I can.
So, that would be a really cool deal to me. And I'm not going out on dates. It's not going out on dates, baby. It's like master of ceremonies.
Come on, Woody. Hook her up. Tell her you don't make every girl in the world tables and bedroom sets. Just her.
Thanks.
I don't know.
That was really helpful. Do more. Do another one. You got any more?
I don't like the way this is sounding. I think Woody should be having a date night, at least every couple weeks.
I think we should have a date night at the conclusion of this call. A little shout out to my nephew if he's listening.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, Shane.
Hey, Shane.
I don't know where that went from. So
One
what's
of
the
my
logistics?
subscribers is my nephew.
I got to say this though. Remember the time where we tried to hook people up to play together on the video games,
Works.
and how it didn't work out because they
No,
would
it
keep
worked.
erasing people's names off
No,
the
Woody
list.
fixed
and all.
that.
Yeah, I fixed that. No, man, I have had. You don't know how many success stories I've had. I've had this on my channel right now. Guys are like, "Oh, we joined up. We played Cap the Flag. We rolled all day long, and I owe it to you."
But these are guys.
Yeah, these were all guys in
Yeah.
this situation.
So you can help any guy find his perfect match.
No, I
A
work for
gay
girls,
dating
too.
service. Now we've got it.
Yeah. No, connecting people and this is a big.
I got his name,
People
buddy.
have
Your
holes
name
in
could
them.
be orifice.com.
People have needs
Let's
to
take
get together. There's a primal desire. I heard Joe Rogan do this thing about you put a guy in prison, and he's surrounded by murderers and rapists and violent offenders, and the way you really punish him is you make him go in solitary and you put him there all by himself. It's hard
Bullshit.
to be by yourself. To grab people and find suitable pairs and join them up together, there's a lot of satisfaction in that. And if there was a good support your family type living in it, then I would totally love that.
Well, how couldn't there be? eHarmony and a place like that has to be a success, or they wouldn't have clones.
Kind of like saying, .coms make good money because YouTube did. And, there are sites out there like eHarmony, Plenty of Fish, or whatever.
Match.com.
Match.com. Yeah. But Adult Friend Finder.
Create a cartoon that just looks like Woody.
Other than bandwidth cost, how much upkeep couldn't one of those sites actually have? You set up the template, and it pretty much runs itself, doesn't it?
I think the real problem there is developing the critical mass. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
You've heard of eHarmony, but you haven't heard of Woody's House of Hotties or whatever.
Woody's House of Hotties.
So the first few hundred people who sign up, there's going to find no one.
Yep.
You got to build a client base of several thousand before you're actually going to be able to make any meaningful matches.
Yes, exactly.
Now, is there a way to match people up on Facebook? Does Facebook have some kind of
People meet each other through. Kyle, I think you're going to be a resident expert on this. How do you pick up girls on Facebook?
I don't think I should share that information.
Do you really have something?
Yeah, I don't think I want to share that with. We have younger viewers. It's just I'm going to end up in some kind.
He doesn't want to become a racist tutor. I mean, a rapist tutor.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty easy. And I may get a call from Chris Hansen or something. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to talk about that.
So I know a guy.
The key is Bud Light and a young girl that can't buy Bud Light.
Oh my god.
I know a guy, not a young guy. He's an older guy, and he says that meeting women on Facebook is just like meeting women anywhere else. You find someone, they're kind of a match. You strike up a conversation, and it's not unlike meeting them in person. But Kyle seems to have a more devious plan that involves roofies.
Well, I mean, honestly, what you want to do, you want to go for the spaghetti effect. You throw a handful of spaghetti at the wall, something's going to stick. And that's the beauty of the internet. You can copy and paste the same message 100 times and send it out in a matter of an hour. So you basically sent, this this sentence, this idea, this message to 100 people, and then you're gonna have like 30 of them will message you back, and among those 30, they'll be receptive to the second message, and among those, like it lowers down, and you'll have sex with 4 of them, so it works out.
All right. Dating by Kyle.
Yeah, it is 100% true. I can see that working.
.com or Facebook.
It's the same thing I was saying when people on my channel say, "Oh, I'm a fat virgin." I'm like, dude, you really think I haven't found a person as big as me and that's depressed that wouldn't have sex with me? Hell no. Come on.
There's people
Girls have
out
much
there.
lower self-esteem than you think.
There's somebody perfect for everybody, and Wings' ideal match is someone heavy with low self-esteem.
No,
Shit.
someone who likes to shoot, go to the rifle range.
And look at dead bodies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there might be someone out there who would like that.
My perfect match would be somebody that actually played video games.
Nah, I don't
She's
want somebody. I don't want somebody to hang out with anyway. I'm looking for someone with low self-esteem that I can manipulate using that. That's what you're really going for.
But you got after the sex is over, you got to be able to live with them. For
you
for
don't.
example, yeah, you do. You don't have a marriage for like 15 years and not be able to live with a person.
I had a girl living with me for like 3 months one time. I made her sleep in the other bedroom while I played video games. I'm like, no, I'm playing video games tonight. She's like, fuck.
Yeah, and that's probably why she only stayed 3 months and not 15 years.
No, I kicked her out.
We feel your pain, Kyle.
Oh.
He's hiding it very well.
Yeah, Kyle. You're obviously
coming off like a
suffering
nice guy
inside.
here.
Are you okay, baby? Are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm solid.
I just couldn't hang out with somebody like that. Other commentators having trouble, people that just don't like what you're doing, think it should be all about them. I couldn't deal with a girl like that.
So to me, part of a wife's job and part of a husband's job is the influence that you have on your partner and how they feel about themselves. You're there to support the other one. You're there to be a team. Someone who's, I don't know, your other half. And not to say that you're not a complete person on your own, but your backup. When you're in an Xbox lobby and some jackass says something, but you have 5 friends and you can't lose that argument, your wife is that too. Your wife is that person who sees the good in you, who makes you feel like more than you did before. And the husband hopefully fills that same role. So anyway, that's part of the job there. I forgot how I got on the topic.
We got on the topic because Kyle's based around the sex, and I was talking about the relationship aspect of it. You got to have a person you're going to like, because beauty only lasts 5 to 10 years maximum. The person you're going to live with.
Thanks a lot. It's been 18 years. Oh, right to the heart.
I still hit it.
Thank you, honey.
But that's not a fact. But the fact is, if you're going to marry somebody, you got to marry for personality over looks, because looks is going to be a small portion of it throughout the rest of your life.
I don't know. It just depends on
old
you.
People don't stay together because he thinks his wife is hot. He knows his wife isn't hot. He loves her for her personality.
Now, all right. Just to be clear, we're not referring to Mrs.Gamertag, because I saw a video of you and you're very lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, you give us the vapors.
What?
Just vapors.
I don't know what that means.
The
Just say
vape
she's
is-
very lovely.
Oh,
That's
yeah, it's
most-
very southern.
But we're not talking about. We're not trying to put an age on it. But that was just. It was a
right.
point.
We definitely we have our own interests, and he's right now interested in gaming, and it's been quite a while now. And then who knows what he might be interested in next. I have my own interests as well, so I don't need him to entertain me, and he doesn't need me to entertain him.
Now, what do you think about girls that do need the guy to entertain them? What is wrong with them? What are they doing wrong?
I don't think they just might not be the right fit for each other. You have to be okay with who you are.
I think part of being a good partner is being a full person, right? I mean, it shouldn't be 1 + 1 = 1. There should be 2 there. And you owe it to your mate to be like a full-service, complete person who can stand on their own and, add more to the other one.
Nice.
That sounds
All right, guys. Well, that's Painkiller already, episode 9.
Very good.
I keep
We,
getting older, but they stay the same.
All right, PlayStation and pizza in the parking lot. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
I stopped recording just at the end there. So I thought that went well.
Yeah.
I think that's our best one.
That's a good one.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't.
No,
think
really,
I
really,
know
that was a
it
really
wouldn't
good
be
one.
Wings to lie.
Right?
He wouldn't. Yeah.
No,
like-
if it was bad, Wings would be like, God, Jackie, you really dropped the bomb there.
Oh my God. Yeah. No. We all have our flaws, but lying is not one of Wings' flaws.
I suck at lying. It's very easy to tell when I'm lying.
I actually have a airsoft gun that I use on occasion outside for target practice.
I have 46 weapons, and some of them are fully automatic.
Well, mine are to shoot the cats that come in the backyard, but I didn't really want to.
Mine are too.
I don't actually hit any of them.
That's an awesome reply. That's so funny. Mine are too.
Hey, I caught a damn tomcat on my truck when I just bought it. Oh man, he didn't stay alive too long.
Really?
Most people set poison out, not me. 22 rifle, super subsonic bullets.
Hey, is it a 22 rifle is quiet, right? Like
Yeah, you
like
put
you can
subsonic
fire
bullets.
one in a subdivision.
Yeah, you can if you use like a Mountain Dew bottle and put it over the muzzle. Good to go.
I've heard them in the range. Some of them are just like they sound like noob tubes in Modern Warfare.
You know, most people won't even recognize it's a gun going off.
Or, I mean, if you got the money, I'll tell you what is. Oh God, what the hell is that? Oh, a beetle just flew in my window and hit me in the head.
You don't want to use a 30 caliber rifle on a cat because it'll blow it apart and it's hard to clean up. 22 will kill it and you can sling it in the back of the truck.
It's like the scene from Boondock Saints. Remember when he accidentally shoots the cat?
Man, I wish I was still recording. This is some good stuff.
He goes, "What the fuck was that?" It like blows the cat into the wall. I always feel bad when
Yeah,
I
I
see
swear the next gun I get would be one I could shoot in the backyard if I really wanted to.
Here's what I would do for your next gun. Get a Ruger 22 Mark. I guess it's a Mark III now target pistol with like a bull barrel, the heavy barrel, and you can have a silencer put on it for about $600, and it's about a $350 pistol. So it's expensive. It's $1,000 pistol.
Everything
But-
you say is expensive.
You're talking to Scrooge McDuck.
Is that one of those
Right.
wet and dry silencers that you got to put water in and shake it up?
No. It's no. It's you can go either way. The where I sent mine, they actually build it into the barrel. So the barrel, there's no like, the barrel doesn't like go down and it's skinny and then it gets big where the silencer is. The barrel is all one size. It just looks like you've got a big bull barrel on the pistol.
Does it?
And when you
Let me
Go ahead.
interrupt. Does that kind of silencer require a special license?
It did.
it's a tax thing. It's $300. That's most of the cost of the silencer is that you've got to pay like a $300 tax.
See, I'm stuck. I think in North Carolina, to get a silencer, you need the same license you do to get full auto.
You do, but they take care of that at the gun store.
Hey, Woody, here's a little fact you need to know. Down here in the South, if you own more than 10 acres, you can fire your gun on your property and nobody can say anything.
That has to be state by state.
Well, anyway, the pistol, when you shoot it, it makes about the same amount of noise as dry firing a pistol would make. The click of the firing pin is
Really?
literally the only noise. You could be literally walking in a coffee shop and shoot someone in the head, if you had the pistol like concealed on your arm, and no one would ever know. They would just think the guy had a heart attack or something. I swear to you.
It's a 22, you say?
Yeah.
Why is this appealing to you? Your eyes lit up. You're so excited. Like, oh my God, no one would hear me kill something. Yay.
Because the kitty cats would die off in the dozens.
What do you say?
The kitty cats would die after the
Dude,
I
I
know a
hate
guy
a cat
that's-
on my paint job, dude. I just paid, $20,000 for that, and you going to get on my paint job because you wanted a nice hot hood? Hell no, that ain't happening.
No, but seriously, I know a guy who's got a bolt-action 22 rifle, and it's got a silencer on it, and it's the same thing. He'll sit in his backyard, and there'll be like blackbirds on the power line in his backyard. And normally, when you shoot a gun, they just fly off, and you only get to shoot one. He'll sit there and pick them all off. They're just falling.
So you
The
know
rest
a
of-
guy.
He knows
The birds are like
How close
looking at
are
each
you?
other. The birds are like looking at each other like, what the hell happened to him? Because they're just falling off. They're just falling off one by one. It's a lot of fun to shoot the silenced guns. I've seen a 30 caliber rifle shot with a silencer, and it sounds about as loud as a 22 rifle unsilenced. I've seen an MP5 silenced, full auto, and they're really fun to shoot. They really are.
Woody,
Well, most silenced weapons are pretty loud.
save yourself all that money and just click that link. That's what I do.
Probably a homemade silencer that's gonna blow up in your face and shoot pieces of PVC at you.
No, you just take a fucking Mountain Dew bottle, cut off the bottom, and tape it onto the muzzle.
It doesn't work that well.
It works fantastically well. I can shoot it in my backyard all day, and they will never say a damn thing to me.
But it's hard to aim when you've got that on there.
It is hard to aim when you got that on there.
All right, let me line up the cap of this bottle with the bird.
Are you following the link too, Kyle?
But see, I got
No,
a scope on my 22, so it goes over it.
Okay, well that's good then.
But I want to say some of these, like a 22 rifle, are really quiet just out of the box.
They are.
They're pretty loud. I mean,
No, they're not. 22 pistol is loud. A rifle is not.
Yeah, I swear I've seen 22 rifles at the range that just sort of they sound muffled. They're really quiet.
22 pistol's loud because the breech opens up after you hit the fire pin. The rifle is all concealed, especially if it's bolt action, because it only has one place to go to, and the sound doesn't make it through it.
I thought it was because the gunpowder was fully burnt before it left the barrel. Like that was a bit. That's why carbines are so loud, and full length rifles that are exactly the same in every other way are so much quieter.
I might be correct.
Mm.
But 22 rifle is silent as shit. I mean, hold it one hand. I bet Jackie could hold it one hand and shoot a 22 rifle.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, I shot him in the Boy Scouts, and there's nothing to it.
Yeah, I mean, like in my room right now, like I mean, I've said this before. There's two 22 pistols and 9mm. I'm looking at an arsenal right now, and like these 22 rifles are super quiet. But it just depends on. It just depends on what kind of setup you've got. Like if a gun's got a muzzle brake on it, God, they're loud. My cousin's got a 300 Magnum with a muzzle brake, and it'll deafen you.
Covered with ammo?
What's a muzzle brake?
Muzzle
It's
brake
just
is like the front of the Barrett 50 caliber. It has that triangular piece. What it does is it takes the gas from the bullet after it ejects off the rifle and ejects it off the sides of the gun to lessen the recoil.
Oh yeah, there's something like some of the Glocks have that, but they call it a compensated. Is what they call it.
Yeah, compensator.
Yeah, the Thompson has it as well.
Your son.
Makes it loud as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, and there's flash too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Oh, okay.
Who's that?
Yeah. Which one of you is?
That's
cocking
Wings
your
playing with a
rifle?
gun.
Oh man,
Who's cycling the action on that?
I was popping the clip in and out.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh man, that's not safe.
Yeah, I was walking around strapped today.
Oh, I'm always walking around strapped. I'm gonna do a walk through my room.
when?
When I took Colin in the woods.
Oh. You thought I'm going to take our son out into the woods with a gun?
Since that shooting at the Target, I've been putting it in my pocket more often.
I thought maybe you're just taking him out in the woods and that's it. I'm done with you, boy.
No. But like you were saying the other day, where did you take him?
Oh, I took him to a different park and I was all by myself and I did feel like I was
Yeah.
nervous.
So I was like, that was in my head, because you called me and you're like, we're out in here in the woods all by ourselves, and you were nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, so I'm going to take him out in the woods for a walk, and
Oh,
what the
man.
hell? I'll stick this thing in my pocket.
PJ posted that video up and people were like, I was right. FPS Rush is Kyle.
Oh my god. What
PJ
video?
posted what video up?
I was freestyling on a COD 4 video today and PJ posted it.
I thought he posted my email up. Like, E2Bute? But no.
I got a great reaction from PJ today. It's a pretty good one. Actually, two of them.
Well, I think we're going to bail out. I'm going to get this podcast up shortly, and then I'll be done my work for the day.
All right.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.